Hello there, and welcome to An Elegant Weapons The History of Toy Lightsabers series. My name is J.M. Clark, and this is the Ahsoka Tano edition. Our story begins in 2008, when we would first be introduced to the Togrutan Jedi youngling Ahsoka Tano in the Clone Wars animated movie. The youngling would be assigned to none other than Anakin Skywalker as his Padawan learner. At this point, Ahsoka had already taken part in the gathering on Ilum and had constructed her first lightsaber. And this is the very first Ahsoka Tano lightsaber. This is the Ahsoka Tano lightsaber from the Ruby's Costume Company, produced in 2008. She would brandish this weapon utilizing Ataru, the fourth form, a very aggressive and acrobatic form of lightsaber combat. This lightsaber would be repackaged and resold perhaps more than any other over the years as Ahsoka's character grew in popularity. After experiencing her first few missions on the front lines, engaging battle droids and heavy blaster fire, upon the conclusion of one mission in particular to save the daughters of the chairman of Pantora, Baron Papanoida, Ahsoka decided she must become far more efficient in blocking blaster fire and required a calmer, more defensive technique. Anakin suggested she try Jakai, a much more thoughtful, defensive technique which implemented the use of a second lightsaber. He then gifted her with a brand new Shoto hilt. This new hilt still required a Kyber crystal, so she returned to Ilum to gather one. She found a crystal that sang to her through the Force, and she then installed it into the Shoto hilt. Upon ignition, the blade flickered and then turned to a unique yellow-green color. Ahsoka would wield these lightsabers until one day surrendering them to Anakin after deciding to leave the Jedi after being falsely accused of betraying the Order. She would eventually return to assist in the Siege of Mandalore, where Anakin would return these lightsabers to her after he had tinkered with them, causing them to turn blue. There has unfortunately never been a plastic toy version of Ahsoka's yellow, green, or blue Shoto hilts ever produced. Which is a shame, because I think these would have made for some very cool color-changing lightsaber toys. An even bigger shame is that it would take another 13 years before we would receive a new model of an Ahsoka Tano toy lightsaber. And that would be the Ahsoka Tano Forged lightsaber, released in 2021 from Hasbro. The Forge line of lightsaber toys is a line where the pieces are interchangeable. The first wave of these lightsabers were not actually based on any actual character lightsabers, but rather they are designed after the aesthetic of the characters themselves, with Ahsoka's bearing a resemblance to her face markings in the crossguard design. After the events of Order 66, Ahsoka would leave her lightsabers behind to help convince the Empire of her death. A year later, Ahsoka would be drawn out of hiding by the Sixth Brother, an Inquisitor tasked with hunting down any remaining Jedi. And in what I consider to be one of the finest lightsaber scenes in the entire Star Wars saga, Ahsoka easily disarms and dispatches the Sixth Brother with blinding speed. And then, with some spare parts that she had been collecting, she built two new curved lightsaber hilts, in which she installed the crystals from the Inquisitor's lightsaber. And using the Force, she healed and purified these crystals, resulting in two very bright white blades. These are the Disney Effects Ahsoka Tano lightsabers from 2023. These are up there with my favorite toy lightsabers of all time. Their sleek and simple design translates fantastically into plastic. The lighting effects are quite vibrant, and the sound effects are ethereal. These lightsabers beautifully bridge the gap between high-end replica and plastic toy. I love them. Also in 2023, the Forge series would take another crack at Ahsoka's lightsabers with the Ultimate Masterwork set. And unlike the original Ahsoka Forge lightsaber, these lightsabers are meant to represent her actual white blades. And finally, we have the Black Series replica version of Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber, which I still need to get my hands on. And as of the making of this video, these lightsabers are still currently being wielded by Ahsoka in the Ahsoka TV series. And that is the history of Ahsoka Tano's toy lightsabers. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. My name is J.M. Clark for An Elegant Weapon. May the Force be with you.